Good morning, everyone. Well, morning my time, of course. Some of you, probably many of you, based on these channel statistics, it's afternoon or evening or extremely late at night. So, whatever it is for you, welcome. Thank you for jumping online and joining me this morning. I almost said this afternoon. It's not even this afternoon. This morning for me. Apparently, I need some more coffee here. Hang on. There we go. All right. If you are watching live, jump in the chat, say hello. Let me know that you're here. I see a couple people jumping on already. Mel, good to see you. O'Neill, good to see you as well. Thanks for jumping on here. If you are watching live, jump in the chat, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from, if it's your first time or maybe your first time in a long time. And if you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. That'll let you know whenever I post something or whenever I put a new video up or whenever I go live, which is generally every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon Central Standard United States time. So, or Central United States time. I don't know. I think we're still doing daylight savings time. I can't remember. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So check out the Discord server, which should be a link in the description if you're not already involved in that. I am not super involved in that, but it's a good place for you all to interact with each other, and hopefully it'll grow a little bit more as we get things kind of kicked back up here on the channel for 2025. Let's see. Oh, don't forget to like the live stream so people think that it's valuable. Hopefully it is at some point to somebody. So there you go. I know those of you who are in the chat, you guys seem to enjoy it, and you're very supportive, and I thank you for that a lot. I don't know why, but hey, that it works for me. So thank you for jumping on here. So for those of you who maybe did not watch the last live stream that we did, some changes going on here in the channel. We're coming back down right now to just Saturday live streams, so we're not doing the Tuesday and Thursday live streams, at least for now, mostly due to my busy schedule and just a lot of other things going on work-wise and stuff like that I don't have the time to prepare for it as much, or the time really in the day to do those. So those are going away. The Deep Pockets project is on ice. It's still there, and you're still welcome to contribute to it if you would like. And if I see contributions, I'll take a look at them. But I'm not going to be pushing that project forward for now. Instead, we're going to be turning these Saturday live streams into sort of a demo slash learning tutorial. Not really a tutorial. It's more of a watch me learn and come laugh at me or with me or something like that. I don't know. But the idea here is that on Saturdays, I'm going to be working on projects. This may be a project for a charity. It might be a project for a friend or family member. It might be a project for pay from somebody. So it just depends on what project I might have at the time. And with that, there will be times where I'll skip ahead and do some work on the side, especially if it's for like a paid client or something like that. But there might be opportunities there. If I'm working in the evening, I might just jump on a live stream for whoever wants to log in and see what's going on at that time. But the goal is for me to go through and build real projects that if you would like, you can follow along with. I will not be giving out the source code most likely. Depending on who the client is and the scope of the project and things like that. So there may not be an opportunity for you to download my code, but you can at least follow along. And I'm going to try my best to talk the whole time, which will be really interesting, trying to talk and code at the same time. Maybe that's why I keep messing up so much. So you'll see a lot of messed up code because I'm trying to describe what I'm thinking. But the goal is for me to go through these projects, describe what I'm thinking, describe what I'm doing, to help you guys kind of see what it's like for me to build a project, for me to learn something new. All the projects that I do, I'm going to try to find something new about it. whether it's a language or a framework or something like that, so that you can see how I learn at least, and maybe it's not exactly the same as how you learn, but hopefully it'll kind of give you some ideas maybe on how you can go about learning better, or just watching me fail and enjoying that. So I don't know why that's so enjoyable, but it is fun to watch people fail, and I'm sure I will do it a lot. So this is the beginning of the end of any respect that you might have had for me from a coding standpoint, because it's all going to go downhill from here. So I know last week I said I was going to explain the project that I will be doing. I have not had a chance to get with the client on some final things, so I'm not going to go into details on that yet. But what I can tell you is we're going to be building one or two fairly simple mobile applications, and we're going to be doing that with React Native. So this week I thought I would go through the process of getting everything set up, hopefully, for building an application with React Native, and it might do like a little bit of like getting started stuff just to make sure that I have an idea, a grasp of some of the basic concepts. A while back I did watch a video before I even thought of this on React Native, so I have a little bit of like sort of an idea of some understanding, but we're going to try to just go through it together so you can see how I would get everything set up. Now, there are a couple things that I have already set up for that that I thought would take a while, such as I forget what it is. Something. We'll find out as we go through it, because I can't remember it now off the top of my head. So that's going to be our day today. We will try to go the full 2 hours if we have content for it. But just a reminder, as we go through, if you have a question about anything that I'm doing, if you notice I'm doing something stupid or wrong, throw it in the chat so that I can see that and be notified of that. And then also, if you have suggestions about something I can do better, or maybe something else I can go look up and learn, this is a very open and fluid live stream. I'm not going to use this as something that I have specific things I want to teach you. This is really just me doing and you watching, and me talking, and hopefully we'll all learn something along the way as we go. So that is the goal. So feel free to share anything. Feel free to ask a question that has nothing to do with what we're doing, and we'll take a break and we'll discuss it. And I'll give you my opinions on whatever that subject is, if I have any, and we'll just kind of go from there. So again, these Saturday live streams not going to be necessarily as structured as they used to be, a little bit more free form. But honestly, that's what I wanted from the beginning, was just to interact with you guys and help you guys in whatever ways I can, and hopefully you find it beneficial as we go. So let's see, we got Mel says, I think watching people fail is fun because you're learning from their mistakes. So when you come up against the same problem, it's more familiar. You're not the only one who's suffering from it. Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the day, that's the goal. If you can learn from someone else's mistakes, that's much better than learning from your own mistakes. And if you recognize, I know I've seen that before, the solution might come to you faster. And that is something I will warn you about. We're probably going to run into things that are going to take a good chunk of time for me to debug and figure out, because some of this stuff is going to be brand new, especially building a mobile app with React Native, because I've never built a mobile app at all with any language, and B, I've not used React Native before. Now, I have used React before, so I'm sure some of the concepts will be somewhat helpful or known already, but we'll see how much of that translates over as well. So anyway, here we go. Let's dive in to, and I'm going to do a couple different things. So I'm going to have this view. I'm going to try to do a couple different things, I should say. I'm going to try to have this view when I'm doing anything within the browser. But if I'm doing something like in code, I'm going to try to do it this way. So, or if I'm in the terminal or something like that. So hopefully that's a little bit more engaging, but code could get interesting. If we don't have enough space, then I'll switch to the other one. So just let me know what you guys think, if you like something or don't like something. Yeah, just let me know. that way I can make things better for you guys as we're going through. Okay, so React Native. It's a nice web page. Let's dive once. React Native, learn once, write anywhere. So this is one of the reasons I did want to grab React Native. It's because there are so many different options writing applications out of just one code base. So that's pretty cool. So we're going to get started. Well, here's the question. Should we get started or should we learn the basics? What's the difference? Let's do this. Learn the basics and get started. Introduction, how to use the docs, examples, the basics. Where does this go? Environment setup. Okay. All right, let's go with get started. So we'll start with the environment setup here. Blah, blah, blah. Supports these platforms. Let's see. Expose production grade React framework. Create an Expo, run the following in your terminal. I think we will use Expo. That seems good to me. Okay. So let's just do a demo project for now. Before, hang on. To create a new Expo project, run the following. Create Expo app latest. Okay, we'll just follow it. Oh, yeah, okay. That threw me off. I thought I had the wrong thing. Okay. So create Expo app. So let's try it. Boom, boom. There we go. I'm trying to remember all my hotkeys. Hey, Kelly. Good to see you. Install the following packages. Okay. Create an Expo project using the default template. Choose a template arg. Choose from the available example pass in the... What? Choose from all available templates. Pass in the template argument. I guess we're just using default? Okay, well, we'll just call this test. Download and extracted project files. npm install. Okay. I love it when stuff just kind of works and runs on its own. It's very helpful. How you doing, Kelly? Maybe I should have done this beforehand too. This is taking forever. I also don't know if this is if this takes a while because it's because I'm live streaming. I'm sure that takes a toll. Oh, there we go. Oh, fun. Deprecated things. Good times. All right, to run your project, navigate to the directory, run one of the following commands. npm run iOS is going to be what I want to do. So let's do cd test and npm run iOS. Let's see if I installed other things correctly. Starting the Metro Bundler. Opening iPhone 16 Pro. Where is that? Is that showing up anywhere? Do I need to have Xcode started? Let's see. Let's open up Xcode and see what happens. Nothing so far. This is not getting started very promisingly. Let's try this. Now that that's running, let me try this again. Maybe that was the issue. Oh. Installing Expo Go on iPhone 16 Pro. That must have been the issue. Do we see iPhone anywhere? I don't know if I have to open something else or not. Right out of the gate, here you go. Dave has no idea what's going on. All right, let's take a look over here. Once you've created your app, check out Expo's Getting Started Guide. Oh, that's helpful. Okay. I already have that set up over here. I had started with that. Okay, so come back here. We're going to use iOS Simulator, dev build, Xcode, install Xcode. I did all that. I did all that. Did I do that? I think yeah, I did that. Configure your project, build, configure. In your project. So maybe I need to do this. I don't see anything popping up. But this is still taking a while. I'm going to kill this for now. Maybe. All right. See what's in here. App.json. Actually, let's go ahead and open this up in our file editor. Nope, not that. Open folder. Okay. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is what we have. Let me switch here. So this is the files. So it's saying in here, run this build configure eas.json. Do I have an eas.json? I do not, unless it's in here. Nope, no idea. Okay, let's go back here. No, would you like to automatically create an EAS project for test? Yes. Sure, why not? All? Run your project. Your project is ready to build. Okay, excellent. What's the next step? Let's see. Adjust your build profile to create a simulator compatible development build. You'll need to update your build profile. Set the iOS simulator property to true. All right, copy paste. Our favorite thing to do. That's a good question, Mel. Let me do this real fast, and then I'll actually think about it. Let's see. Where did that say to do it? In the build under development. Build under development. So I'm going to get rid of this. Development, distribution. We'll save that. And transition back. Let's see. Create a development build. Run the following command to create a development build. Okay. You want to build a development client build for Platform OS. However, we detect you don't have Expo Dev Client installed in your project. Do you want to do that? Sure. Why not? Let's just install all the things. All right. Mel says, what do you think about listening to music while learning or working on something? Do you prefer complete silence over background music, or are there times you just need some noise? It really just depends for me. So, and honestly, I don't listen to a lot of music anymore. I did before, but I find myself listening to like a movie or listening to a TV show, or even like you guys know I'm a pastor too, so I'll listen to like sermons and theological stuff at times as well. So but a lot of times when I'm developing, it'll just be silence. I don't know. I don't know that I've noticed like a better scenario for me. I think it just kind of depends day to day, hour by hour, what I'm if I want something in my head. I think a lot of times I just I'm so focused that it does, even if it's playing, it doesn't necessarily bother me because it's just I'm ignoring it anyway. I'm so focused on what I'm doing. So I don't know. I don't think there's a right or a wrong to it. I think different people handle noise differently. I would say most of the devs that I work with probably listen to something, and it probably is music, but also the music varies too. I've got a buddy that I used to work with years ago, and he and I both really like classical music. I grew up mostly on classical music, so we'll send each other, YouTube videos of orchestras and things like that once in a while to listen to while we're playing. And I know there's some people that have some really heavy, loud stuff that they like to listen to while they're writing code. So I think it's just I don't think there's definitely any one right answer for that, but I would say probably 50-50. Sometimes I listen to stuff, sometimes I don't. Let's see. Would you like your iOS build identifier to be com.dev.dave. I don't even know what that means. What is an iOS build identifier? Sure. Sure. I'm just saying yes to everything, hoping it'll give me something to work with. Do I find it easier to work surrounded by others like in a cafe or office? I wouldn't say easier. Um, I don't know that it's easier or harder. Again, I think at least for me, when I'm zoned in, when I'm working on something, it doesn't nothing really gets in, if that makes sense. Especially if you have like headphones on or something like this. Um, I do like knowing that there are people in my house, or that they're going to be coming back. Like if my wife is gone on a trip or something like that, I don't sleep very well. Especially if she takes all the kids with her. So I don't sleep very well. I don't. I get a little bit more edgy. I get a little bit more distracted when I'm working. There is something about knowing people are around, even if they're not here with me, and I probably don't want them right here with me, asking me questions and things like that. So uh, you guys are different, but I don't know. So I would say I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but there is a level of human interaction that you want in your life. So maybe if you live alone or something like that, that might be a good way of getting that to where you're still probably in the headphones and ignoring everybody, but there it feels like you're a part of society. So I don't know. There might be something to that. Yeah, exactly. I like my family in another room, but silence can be loud when in the house alone. That's exactly right. And it to me, it's not even. It doesn't like I can be alone in the house if I know they're coming back relatively soon. Like if my wife goes, she's got a part time job that she goes to. If she goes to work and the kids are elsewhere for some reason, I'm getting old. I've got two kids that work part time jobs, and one's sort of in college. And oh, sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Um, so I don't know. I'm just getting old. Everybody's having lives away from mine. So we'll see what it's like when all the kids are gone too. Yeah, that's true. That is time to get some things done. So man, this thing takes forever. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what our next steps are. Install development build on your simulator. So we're doing the build and then start developing. Okay. To start a development server, you'll run this command, open the app on your device. If you're using Android, you can press AI respectively to open the app. Okay. Press I. So I assume I, since it's iOS. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. You can press Control C to exit. Do I want to exit though? It seems like I would want the build to finish. Let me go back and see if it says anything here. To start development server. Oh, we need to go back. Go back. Did all that. Okay, we did this. We've got the build. Install the development build on your simulator. After the build is complete, the CLI will prompt you to automatically download and install it on the iOS simulator. Prompted, press yes. Is that what we did? Compressing project files, upload areas, build details, waiting for build to complete. After build is complete, the CLI will prompt you to automatically download and install it on the iOS simulator. If you miss this prompt, you can download the build from the link provided in the terminal, drag and drop it onto the iOS simulator to install it. I feel like it already installed. Maybe not. Build details. Oops, that's not where I wanted that to go. Let's come back over here. I think I can get to that in here, can't I? Projects. Test. iOS simulator build. It says it's in progress. Okay. I don't know what in the world this expo thing is. I probably should read up on that some. We're just following the rules. We're just doing what it tells us to do, you know? I mean, what do you expect? I wish that had an idea of how long this was going to take. In progress. I mean, we're building an app that has nothing in it. I don't know why this would take extremely long. And I just came to this page, so I don't think refreshing it's going to change anything. Yeah, not really. All right, so I guess maybe we'll look at some other things here. Let's see. Start developing. Scan to open on your device. If you're using Android Emulator, you can press I respectively to open the app. Press I where? After I run the start command? Probably after I run the start command. Play a clicker game while you wait. Let's see. I've been told by my fellow coworkers that Expo is the way to go if I'm gonna do React Native. So that's one of the reasons I'm just kind of blindly following this. But this is how you learn too. You blindly follow things. Let's see. See if there's anything else in here. Let's go back up to the basics. Let's read some of this stuff while we're waiting. Introduction, prerequisites, blah, blah, blah. Interactive examples, that's nice. Okay. Notes, formatting. Got it. All right, views and mobile development. Android and iOS development. View is a basic building block of a UI. Small rectangular element on the screen which can be used to display text, images, or respond to user input. Even the smallest visual element of an app, like a line of text or button, are kinds of views. Okay, some kinds of views can contain other views. It's views all the way down. That's cute. Okay, let's see here. Pencil, image view, text view, view group, UI view, UI image view. Okay. Views in Kotlin or Java, iOS, Swift, or Objective-C, blah, blah, blah. Comes with a set of essential ready-to-use native components. That's nice. Okay, core components. React Native has many core components for everything from controls to activity indicators. You can find them all documented API section. You'll mostly work with the following core components. This is what I want. All right, view. All right, React Native component is view for these non-scrolling div. Oh, for web. Okay. Container that supports layout with Flexbox style, some touch handling, and accessibility controls. Okay. Text displays styles and nests strings of text and even handles touch events. Okay. Image displays different image types. Scroll view, a generic scrolling container that can contain multiple components and views. Okay, I guess you would do that if you want to set height, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. Text input allows the user to enter text. Okay, let's see what we got here. So you can type in me, that's the text input here. Here's a view. Scroll view. I don't understand the scroll view. We'll just stick with this. What is a scroll view? It's got multiple elements in it. Using a scroll view. See, this is what I do. I just jump around. Okay. The scroll view is a generic scrolling container that can contain multiple components. The scrollable items can be heterogeneous. See what creates a vertical scroll view. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if you want to, I guess you always want a scroll view as your wrapper. Does it not scroll if you don't use a scroll view? That's something we'll have to figure out because I have no idea. All right, we'll see. Excellent. Okay, let's go back to our fundamentals. Core components, anything else here? Blah, blah, blah. React components, you'll need to understand React component API to get started. Okay, blah, blah, blah. React fundamentals. Yeah. First component, okay. Yep. Normal React stuff. Text from React Native, yes. JSX, yeah. Okay. I'm all right. Let's check our progress. Still in progress. All right. How long is that thing going to take? iOS simulator build. Let's ask the web. iOS, how long to build iOS simulator build? Or, what is this? Expo. Anybody know? Nobody knows? Somebody tell me, how long am I going to have to wait for this? Did I do something wrong? Is that why it's taking so long? It seems to me I can't push I until that happens. Yeah, I just want to play with it too, right? Let's see. Let's see. Do we have any components already here? Let's take a look at this. What do we have over here? Components. Theme text, parallax scroll, hello wave. UI. I don't know what any of this stuff is. App. Layout, tabs. It's got tabs already. Where'd the tabs come from? Oh, this must be the template. So this was when it was saying we're using the default template. This must be all their template stuff. Colors. What's all this? Dark, light, dark. Okay. Let's look at the layout. Dark theme, default theme, theme provider. Splash screen, prevent auto hide, async. Use effect, splash screen, async. Theme provider stack. All right, stack, status bar. What is a stack? What? All right. Let's go back. Let's look at our fundamentals, React fundamentals, handling text input. I'll change this back here. Okay. Handling text input. If I do this, do I have to click that? I do. Installing app. That's cool. Let's see how long that takes. Hey, open. Okay, cost pizza translator, default pizza translator. I don't see anything. Oh, it's way up at the top. Can't hardly even see that. Look at that. It's type here to translate. That's annoying. View text. Probably need, can we do like margin? Maybe just 50. Is that just a JSON object? Yeah, it is. Okay. All right. There we go. That's a little bit. Whoa, hey, stop. Go. Tap here to transfer. Okay. Hello. Oh, what in the world is going on here? Hello, world. All right, let's see what's happening here. Text input. Placeholder type on change text, new text, set text. Okay. So we've got a text input under here, underneath, or the text field underneath the text input. Okay. So text, the content of it is text, which we're setting up here in our state. All right. So set text, new text. Default value is text. Okay. So when we type hello world, it's splitting it up by spacing, and it's mapping that to an emoji. Okay. Interesting. That seems kind of dumb, but all right, whatever. And then we'll add it back together as a string and spit it back out. Okay. So anything that I type in here, this is dev mentor Dave. We're just going to get lots of pizza. All right, cool. Lots of pizza. There you go. And that's how that works. Okay. Oop. Bloop. Nothing. Okay. I don't like the fact that they didn't have padding on this. You'd think somebody would have thought of that, but, or margin, I should say, but whatever. Yeah, sort of. I mean, you could probably do that. Like here, maybe you just do like, can you do text dot length? So I mean, if you want to do a counter instead of doing this, seriously. All right. So we've got one. Now if we come in here, that's interesting because it really shouldn't be one because there's nothing in there. I don't know why it would be one. Because there's no space. I don't know. Weird. Okay. Dev mentor Dave is here. Yeah. So you could do like a count. So there's a word counter for you. Just spitting out the length based on split. Say we get nothing there. That's interesting. Why would we get a space? Why would we get one if it's just a space? Because there is no space in here. If we type something here, we get the same thing. But if it's empty, we get the same number. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. That's JavaScript things. I tell you what. Do it by a new line. I keep hitting save. Doggone it. Okay. So if we come up here and type, I don't know if you can do a new line. Oh, it doesn't like me hitting enter. Hello with a W. If I hit enter, I think it's trying to submit a form. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe there's another. Can a text box be something else? Let's check our build. Oh, hey, we've got a build. All right. Oh, we're looking at this, so let's look at this real fast. Can a text box be like bigger? I would think. Scroll view list views. UI and interaction. Connectivity. Style, height, width, flex, images, color reference. Well, let's ask the master. Yes, I am using ChatGPT. I think I have an account with DMD. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody just saw my Gmail account. All right. There we go. Okay. So let's ask what we're trying. Okay. React Native. How to make text area. Text input. View style sheet. Blah, 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 blah. Multi-line. Haha. All right. Number of lines 4. Let's go with that. Boom. So, again, I'm not necessarily asking it to write code for me. I just want to... Where was that? What page was that on? Oh, stink. We changed pages. Let's see. Text input. Here we go. All right. I'm not necessarily asking ChatGPT to do my job, but it is a good resource to get some quick answers. So here I could do this and that. Bloop. Oh, come on. There we go. And we'll see. Get this reinstalled. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doo. It's interesting. It kept our /in. Open. And it kept our margin. So that's interesting that it stored that probably in a cache somewhere. Okay, so we've got multi-line, number of lines 4. Isn't that what it said to do? Oh, text input. I put on the wrong thing. Hang on. Might help if we put it on the right thing. And there's a stupid save again. Okay. Let's just so we can see border 1. Does that do anything? Solid. Border doesn't exist. Border size, border. Was it border width? Nope. Let's ask ChatGPT. Add border to text. Border. Okay, we'll just take that. Border radius. I don't want the radius. Just this. There we go. Now we can actually see. It doesn't look like it's giving me 4 lines here. Multi-line, number of lines, unless that's just a max. Maybe if I type in it. There we go. Yep, okay. So it's just only going to let me have 4. Huh, interesting. But I would want probably it to be bigger. So we can look at that later. All right, let's see if we can get this thing running locally. All right, install, run, iOS build server. Yes. It's telling me to allow. Yes, allow. Oh, yay! There we go. All right, let me move this guy over to this screen. Move him up over here. And then we can go back to this. And now we've got that. Haha! All right. That took forever to build. That was insane. Took forever to build, but now we have The iPhone simulator test development service. So here's our, so this is our test app. So this is the basic app that comes with it. Interesting. Excuse me. Let's see if we can just change some things on here, just for fun. All right. Let's see. What file might I want? Let's see. Main layout for the app. Let's see what's in that. I might have to do this full screen. Can you guys read that okay? Let me know if you can read that okay. Alright, so we've got a splash screen, theme providers, header shown, stack. Where's stack coming from? Okay, that's from there. Status bar. Splash screen loaded. Status bar style. Auto. Stack screen. Name. Stack.screen. Name equals tabs. Options. Header shown false. Okay. Tabs. So let's look at this. Parallax scroll view. That's interesting. That's a new one. That's something in here. It's from components. So that's something that they wrote. Okay. Parallax scroll view. Theme view. Welcome. All right. We've got a word. Welcome. I don't see welcome. Oh, this is for, okay, hang on. Start local development server with, oh, that's right. Okay, we need to run this command. npx expo start. Okay. npx expo start. I really don't know exactly what's happening here. Okay, now I can push I. So what we were just looking at was really just like my account, I guess, with Expo. All right, test this open. Okay. Okay. Welcome. Hey, there's our welcome. So this is our app. Oh my. All right, so this is our app. This is what that looks like. We made it here. It only took us 50 minutes. So, yay. So we've got tabs, home. So parallax. I don't know what the parallax scroll is, but home, explore. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I wonder. So this is kind of how I learned. So I apologize. I wonder if I come in here. Let's do this. Let's move this guy over here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we go. Okay. So I wonder if I come back over here. Oh, that's so annoying. Let's see. Tabs. Layout. Index. All right. So index. Where are our tabs? Are they down here? Theme text when you're ready, run. Must be in the layout. Here we go. Tab layout. Tab.screen. Tabs.screen. So here's our tabs. I always like to just do weird stuff. Let's add another one. Save that. Uh-oh. Screen names must be unique. Index, explore. Okay. Test. Well, that's anticlimactic. Still only have 2 tabs. Too many screens defined. route test is extraneous. Must be unique. Error is located at tab layout. Too many screens defined. Why is it too many screens defined? Let's see. Screen options. iOS position absolute. Okay. This is going to be interesting. Paper plane filled color. Icon symbol color. This is going to be more complex than I thought it would be. This will be fun. Okay. So we've got tabs. Screen options. Tab bar icon. Let's go back and look here. So we've got home and explore. Home and explore. Name index. Name explore. Oh, hang on. Index and explore. Okay, so we've got two different pages here. I'm starting to get it. All right, index and explore. Got it. All right, so if we go back to our tabs, are we pulling those in anywhere? No, it's just going to know it. Interesting. Okay, so let's copy this and we'll call it test. Yes. Paste. Can I not paste it? Seriously? Is there a duplicate? There, paste it in here. All right. So index copy, rename this to test. Hit save. No change. All right. That's excellent. Do we have any errors? Too many screens defined. Route test is extraneous. Why is that? Test. The name is test. Test.tsx. Why doesn't it like it? Let's see. Default function test screen. Maybe that's why, because the function is the same. Maybe? Nope. Let's ask the great interwebs. Multiple re-renders on router. Oh, Expo as file-based routing. That's what it is. Okay, interesting. Interesting. That's horrible. I hate it when you go to a website for help and it's just ugly. Well, what if we do this? And we do this again. Let's restart it and see what happens. Building. Ha! Well, now we've got tabs. Ha! Take that. All right. So we've got our 3 tabs. Excellent. In case you can't see that. So I just restarted it. Sometimes a restart's all you need. All right. So we've got explore and test, which is the same as content as home. Because I just copied that. All right. This is interesting. This is good. I like this. Okay. Let's go back and, well, do I want to do anything with this specifically? Why does this keep moving? That's what I want to know. I like my pages in a very specific order. Let's take a look here. Okay. So we've got this. Let me take this back down. Take it down to size. Okay. Getting started, building, blah, 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 blah. Workflow, running on the device, fast refresh. Don't care about any of that. Okay. So let's say I want to start from scratch. Let's come back over here and I want to start from scratch. So layout, stack.screen. I don't know what this stack thing is. Oh, hello. Stack client. So this is some sort of package. I assume from, oh, native stack. So it seems like this is like a fallback thing I'm not familiar with, where it's trying to load this screen, but maybe this is an Expo thing. But if not, it'll load this not found, because this not found is screen doesn't exist. So, okay. So in our layout, we could do something like, let's do new file, test.tsx. All right. And, well, let's do this. Let's make a, nope, not there. In here, we'll make a folder called test. Move test.txs in here. Oh, not in there. Cancel. Go away. This goes in here. Move. All right. And in here, this should actually be index, I believe. Index. I guess it probably could be whatever. Do we need another layout? Is layout necessary? Probably not. If we have the default layout and it's pulling in index, so probably not. Okay, let's do this. What do we need to pull in here? Image, style sheet, platform, theme, text. Oh, these are extra components that they created. So let's do this. We'll import image and into here. Whoa, what is this? Did I copy? I didn't copy something, did I? Did I? Oh, I pulled the wrong thing in. Ha ha ha. Oops. We'll get rid of it. Delete. I want this test.txs in here. Move. And we'll rename that to index. All right, now we have something empty. Okay. Let's see. Export default function. Okay, export default function. Test screen. All right, and we'll return nothing for now. Oh, do I need to do this? I don't know. Hang on. Let's import a view. Yeah. Okay. So let's just do view. There we go. At least it's happy. All right, and then let's go to our layout, main layout, and the screen will be test. Do I have to restart this again? Surely there's like a refresh button. I bet there's a refresh button. What's this called? Expo iOS. Let's check. Let's ask this guy here. Expo iOS emulator refresh. Command D reload or press R twice in the terminal where Expo is running. Huh, interesting. Command D in the simulator though. Let's try that. Command D. That would be F. Command. Oh, that's that menu. Okay. Cool. Fast refresh is turned on. Reload. That didn't do a whole lot. I was hoping it would reload what we saved. Did we not save it? Layout. Save. Do we have to pull it in? I'm not seeing that we have to pull it in. Screen name test. That's the route in the app. Maybe it needs a layout. That's possible. All right, let's add a file. Layout.tsx. I always write that wrong. Layout.tsx. Let's see what's in this one. Import tabs from Expo Router. Are we adding tabs in this? We're not using that. Let's see, React Native. We'll copy that over. Does that make sense? Export default function tab layout. Okay. Test layout. I'm a copier, that's for sure. All right, so tabs. This is probably where we need to pull in. Okay, I bet we need to. We probably need to ask some questions. Return. I think we need to talk to Expo, see how Expo works. Let's look at Expo. Let's see. Expo. Learn. Development process. Nope, I don't care about that. Home. Develop navigation. File-based routing. This is what I want. Okay. What is an Expo router? App directory. Okay, I got that figured out. In the app directory, a router is created by adding a file or nested directory includes index.tsx file. That makes sense. Review, return view, styles, blah, blah. Okay, index.tsx. Matches, route, okay. Name, conventions. That makes sense. All that makes sense. Layout file. Layout files in a directory are used to define shared UI elements, such as headers, tabs, bars. Okay, so we don't necessarily need a layout if I don't want shared components at the moment. Traditional React Native projects are structured with a single root component. Yep. First layout file. Stack Navigator. Okay. Stack Navigator is a pattern to navigate between different routes in an app. It allows transitioning between screens and managing the navigation history, conceptually similar to how web browsers handles navigation state. Okay, that makes sense. View style. For example, if you want to add a new route /details, create details file. This will allow the app user to navigate from that to that. Okay. To allow the navigation between the routes, we have a stack. Okay, so that's route navigation. Name index, stack.screen. Stack.screen name details. What if it's in a directory? Oh, groups. How does a group work? Okay. Group is created to organize similar routes or a section of the app. Okay. Each group has a layout file. So if I don't want to use a group, if I just want to do the file, I need to take it out because that requires a layout, it looks like. Name details. Interesting. Home layout. And then your root, you would go to home. Oh, parentheses, home. Oh, you're doing it with the group. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back here into our application. And now that we understand this, we don't need this layout here. And we don't need this inside of here. And we can just change this name, rename to test. And we get rid of this for now. Delete. All right, and then in our layout, we can add, we've got test added here. So we've got that in place. It's still pulling this though. Why is it still pulling that? We're not calling tabs. So we're not even calling this anymore. Let's see. There's nothing in here. Layout.tsx. Stack.screen. Name test. Do we have any errors? Too many screens defined. We still have that too many screens error. Let's try killing it here and running it again and putting it in iOS. Nope. That didn't help at all. Okay. Why does this? Oh, it's because it's pulling it in there. Okay. Let's see. We're missing something. Let's go back to the top here. Stack Navigator. Okay. So we've got details.tsx. We're using test.tsx. That shouldn't be a problem. Details screen. We're doing test is test screen. We're returning a view. And they're returning a view. All right, let's just okay, so let's do text. The famous hello world. We'll need to import that. All right, save. Anything happen? Oh, it looks like it tried to do something, but it's still scared. It doesn't know what it wants to do. Okay. So let's see. This is our tabs layout, so we don't need that. This is our main layout. Is there anything else in here that what am I missing? We've got stack. Stack.screen. Name equals test. We have a test TSX file. All right, that's what this is. So that matches /details. All of that is fine. To allow navigation between two routes, indexing details, update the root layout file and add a stack component to it. Name details. Is it because I've got this options on here? It doesn't like that? Let's try that. I don't understand why it's still loading this tabs. That doesn't make sense to me. We're not calling tabs. Oh, let's see. What is this? That's inside of tabs, which we're not calling, I don't think. And that's also inside of tabs. So I don't understand why that's even being called. Good times. Okay. Let's see. New text. This all looks correct based off of... Unless, are we missing something here? Stack. Stack.screen. Name. Route name. Component in the file. Note, screen options in the above example allows configuring options for all the routes inside a stack. Okay. Navigating between routes. Expo router is built-in component called link. I just wanted to show that first. Why isn't it showing that first? This doesn't make sense. So I'm following this stack.screen. Let's ask ChatGPT. Stack.screen not showing. Navigation container stack.navigator stack. Feel like that's not how it's telling me to do it. Stupid ChatGPT. Let's look here. Stack.screen. Let's look at ours. So we've got stack.screen. This is doing it the way. What's the status bar? I don't know what the status bar is. Get rid of that. Why is it still loading? Why is it still loading tabs? I don't understand that. I would think this would be the top one. Based on this, index, details. Let's see, tab navigator. I don't want a tab navigator. Stack screen name. Tabs. We already have that, not found routes. Dynamic routes? Surely it's not a dynamic. No, that's something else. Okay. Why isn't testing? Maybe it just doesn't like test. Let's try this. Rename. DMD. We'll call this the DMD screen. Is there any reason why that wouldn't work? Let's look back at our examples. So we've got a route. We got index. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. Our layout. Default route layout. I know we saw that someplace. Let's look at layout file. Route layout. Default route layout. Between multiple routes. A route layout file in the Expo router is used to share UI between multiple routes, such as injecting global providers themes. Let's do this. Let's change. I'm gonna grab this. Bloop. We're gonna do. We're gonna rename this. .old. And in here, we're going to create an index.tsx. We're just going to follow the lead. All right, so we've got index.tsx. Let's just copy this whole thing. All right, default function home screen. There's that. I wonder what happens if we refresh this now. All right, so we're starting there. It might be good to actually start with all the documentation. Okay, so that's good. All right, let's look at the rest of it. Okay, so we've got index.txt. We've got a view. It says home. Very good. All right, so we're making progress. File name convictions. We looked at all that. We don't want a layout file right now. Interesting. So that would go in the layout file. Huh. Okay, so we just have this file. So I can change things here. do a text input like we did on the example. Is it? Oh, hang on. Gotta import it. Okay. Let's get some stuff in here. Text input. Copy that. Put it in here. Set text. We'll just comment that out for now. There we go. Okay, so we've got a text input there. Sweet. All right. We are making progress. We're making progress. Okay, so I know the app that I'm going to be developing is going to have tabs. So, and what I'm going to do is probably make a new project and do it without a template, I think. Because I think this is going to be a lot of extra cruft that I don't need. I don't know though, because like all of these components here, I don't know that I want hello wave. This is just stuff I don't necessarily need. So I don't know that I'm gonna go with a full template when I do the project. So when I get that set up for next week, we probably won't have the full template in here. Let's see, images, interesting. We will just start mostly from scratch. So we'll start really with an index file, probably a layout file. That is interesting though. Okay, so we've got index DMD and tabs. So I wonder if I do this, let's put this back. So our layout has stacks. Let's do so tabs index DMD. Does anything happen when I do that? Reload? Oh, we have an index file. Let's go back and look at here. Okay. File-based routing. Okay, so we've got a route. We created a route. We've got index. We've got layout file. So the layout file, that's the route layout. Stack navigator. So we've got index, layout, and details. So over here, we've got index. We're just going to get rid of tabs for now. Index and DMD. Right, and we've got our route layout. Why isn't that .tsx? Does that matter? By default, the app directory will contain a root layout file called app layout. It says it's a TSX file though. I guess that's fine. Oh yeah, layout.tsx. Okay, root layout, blah blah blah. Do you find starting from blank files and typing out the boilerplate helpful when learning how things fit together? I don't know that it's helpful for learning, honestly. To me, it's more other stuff gets in the way. If there's too much templating, then I find myself overwhelmed, and that's probably why I don't like why I don't like the templates. Especially if there's an opportunity like this where they kind of walks you through setting stuff up. I feel like that's a better process than using the templates. Yeah, definitely too much clutter. That's exactly what it is. All right, so in our app layout, we've got our stack. What is our screen options? Do we have any screen options? No, we don't have any. Okay, so name is index, DMD, and not bound. Okay, so we've got those three screens. Navigation between routes. Let's see, styles.container. Expo router is built a component called link. I don't need that right this second. Groups. I don't necessarily want groups either. Tab navigator, I don't want that. I just want to know why it's showing one screen and not others. Like, how does it determine just based on naming? Is index just the screen that it shows if you have a layout? Like, if I don't have this, will it show DMD? Because it wasn't before. No, it's still showing index. Why is it showing index? Why is it showing index? If I change the index name, oops, what was that? I don't know what I did. I hit something. See, now it went back to tabs. Why is it going to tabs? Tabs is, I guess, because it's there. So if there isn't an index file, it's automatically looking for an index file. That's what it is. Okay, that's what it is. So it's going into tabs and pulling that index file because there isn't an index file here. Interesting. That's my guess anyway. All right, so let's go back to index. Let's put that link in. So we can go to DMD and see the DMD page. All right, so go back up to our link. Where's the link information? How does link work? Wraps children in a text. Where'd it go? Oh, here. Okay. href/details. Okay. DMD. We'll restart this. All right, go to DMD. If I click that, hey, there's our hello world. Back to index. Okay. All right, we're making some progress now. Boom, baby. All right. See, I guess I should just follow the tutorial. But I don't want to follow the tutorial. I want to try things on my own. Oh well. Okay, so I understand groups. This is somewhat similar, I think, to like Next.js routing or Nuxt routing. This file-based routing stuff, it generally makes sense to me because I've done it before. So I get the idea of groups. The thing that was throwing me off was that that index, searching for that index file. So the root layout file, that makes sense. Tab navigator makes sense. I see how that works. Okay. Not found routes. Yep, links to something else. Blah, blah, blah. Dynamic routes, that all makes sense. Basically, you're pulling in that value into your dynamic route. And it knows what to do with it. Grams ID bacon. We'll dig into that probably some more when we need it. Next steps. All right, stack navigation pattern. Stack tabs drawer. Ooh. Drawer. To use Drawer Navigator, you'll need to install some extra dependencies. Of course we will. Of course we will. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get dangerous. New tab. np install. We want to use the drawer. What does a drawer actually do? I think I know what a drawer does, but so gesture handler root view. What is a gesture handler root view? You'll need to wrap the drawer in a gesture handler root view to enable gestures. You only need one gesture in your component tree. Okay. Excuse me. Any nested routes are not required to be wrapped individually. Okay. Is there an example somewhere? There is. Oh, okay. So it's like a interesting. So we've got a drawer that happens from a button, or you can that's what the gesture thing is for. You can pull it open if you know it's there. Interesting. Okay, let's do it. Boom. Okay, let's where are we at? We got that. Import. App layout.tsx. Do I need it in the app layout? Could I just put it in the... where do I want to put this? Well, let's copy these. Let's put them in DMD. See if it'll work in there. Oop, not the right place. Alright, so we're pulling stuff in. It doesn't know what to do with it yet. Excellent. And we'll copy this. And put it under here. Probably have to put that like here. Which means we'll have to wrap this. Like that? Does that work? Does it not like this? Let's see. Drawer. Does all of this have to be inside the gesture? We'll find out. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go. Oh, that's weird. I still don't know what that's doing. That happens when I hit Control S, by the way. Go to DMD. Oh! Nope, that's just navigation. Ha! Fooled you. Index. Okay, so, maybe it does have to be out on the layout? That's annoying. But what if the layout has a stack? Drawer.screen. This is the name of the page and must match. I don't want... Maybe it needs content? I don't know why it would need content. It could be empty. Why is it taking up the whole layout? That's my other question. Well, let's ask ChatGPT what it looks like. Add... What's this called? Well, hang on. Here's an example. Home screen. View style. Navigation. Use navigation. Create drawer navigator. Oh, this is different. Blech. So many different ways of doing things. Opening and closing a drawer. Press import. Why would this need to be the whole layout? Existing layout. All right, let's see. I installed the packages. Yes, yes. Thank you for all this useless information. Just answer the question, man. That's all I'm asking for. Navigation container, drawer navigator. Oh my, this is getting complicated. Okay, so here's what it's saying. Drawer navigator. So here's the stuff inside the drawer. And we're going to put that inside the navigation container. Wait, where's the navigation container? Where's this coming from? Create stack navigator. Stack navigator. Oh, it's coming from React navigation. Navigation container. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Okay, so what it's saying is you have to create this component navigation container. Apparently, well, where's the stack navigator? Where's stack navigator at? Stack, create stack navigator. Stack navigator method is not put anywhere. Where's the stack navigator? Oh, it's over here. Drawer screen stack component stack navigator. This feels interesting. Well, let's just copy paste for fun. Copy. Sometimes that's the only way you learn. What is that? Is that in app.js? I don't want that in app.js. Let's would it work in here? Let's see what happens here. Oh, error. Could not be found within the project in these directories. So we're missing create stack. We're missing React navigation stack. Okay. So we got to go back and find that React navigation stack. Here's drawer. Import React navigation stack. There we go. Copy that. Install. We're getting closer. CML. Yeah, I think this will be more interesting once we're actually building the project. We're just kind of looking at all the pieces right now so that I have an idea. So this is what I'll do. I'll typically play around with something and get an idea of what things I'm going to use in the application that I'm building. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. You nested navigator inside another. Normally you need only one container at the root of the app. Okay, so it wants this at the root of the app. Okay, so we do have to put that in. So let's take this all out. And go back to our layout. We're just going to remove everything from the current layout and use this instead. Again, we're just playing around with it. Okay, looks like you've nested a navigation container. Well, I nested what you gave me, what ChatGPT gave me. That's why, this is why we have to be careful about ChatGPT, okay? Okay, so let's see. We've got, everything seems, oh, this one's at an app.js. I don't want an app.js. I want this. And root layout. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, where was that? Is that here? Nope. Where's our ChatGPT? Where'd you go, coward? Here we go. Okay. So we're going to pull all this in up here. Get rid of all that. And then we're going to, I guess we'll just use these screens. Bloop, 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 bloop. I guess we'll add all this here. There we go. See if any of this stuff actually works. And then we will do this inside of our side of here. Don't need any of this stuff for now. And copy the styles. And where does it say to do that? Oh. Put those up here. Now what happens? D. Reload. Ah! You've nested a navigation container inside another. Why does it think that? Why does it think that? Maybe because I'm doing something in here. This is just a view. The layout. Drawer navigator. Navigation container inner RCTV. Well, let's go back to our documentation here, because this wants us to put this. So let's just do this. We'll import in our app layout.tsx file. That. To edit drawer navigation labels. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's see if it complains. Okay, it's not complaining anymore. That's good. Reload. All right, and now we've got our drawer. Yay! Now we've got our drawer with all of our navigation in it. So it's, okay, so the drawer is actually pulling the navigation from Expo. So it's just pulling all of the different files and tabs. Interesting. Okay. So if you don't, oh, it doesn't like that. So if you don't give it a specific target, it will, oh, come on. Doesn't seem to want to work now. Try it again. Reload. There we go. So, yeah, it's just, okay. So it's pulling the whole navigation unless you specify it. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, we've got an app loaded. I'm going to create another app so that it's ready. So since we've already seen kind of the process here of setting up an app, getting it running, being able to use it. So I will create another app for myself to start doing the actual build of the project next week. Next week I'll have some screenshots and things of the application that we're going to be mostly copying, just because the app that they currently have isn't working at all. We'll probably make some changes as we go, but we'll be copying a lot of the information. And eventually we're going to bounce over to Laravel and build out a management platform as well for it. But that gives us a good start here of understanding basically how everything works generally with Expo, with React Native, and the whole simulator, things like that. So that was a good start to kind of get things up and running. So if you want to go back through that process, get things running, get familiar with some of the components and things like that. Next week we'll jump into more of the actual build process and start talking about what we're going to build, how we're going to build it, and actually start building out some pages and see how it works, see how you can get it to work, see what issues we run into, and everything like that. Again, there might be some things that will adjust. There might be some things that we'll just kind of copy style wise, especially we're going to be try to be staying within the same style of the old app. There's some things I don't necessarily care for that we'll make some changes on, but yeah. So hopefully this was somewhat entertaining and interesting. Hopefully you're able to follow along and get yours up and running as well. I know. Keep in mind I'm doing this on a Mac, and I'm going to focus probably on iOS more than anything in this build. I will have to build it for React, so I'm for what's it called, Android, at some point as well. So I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But yeah, so we've got everything set up. We should be ready to start building something. So I'll create a new directory with a new application, run through that very long build process with Axios, or with whatever it's called. What is it called? Expo, with Expo, and get all that set up so that we can just hit the ground running next week. But I did want to kind of walk through that so you guys could see some of that process and how arduous it might be, and just kind of get used to the documentation so we know kind of where to go to find things. Expo documentation feels a little loosey-goosey to me right now, so we'll have to deal with that. I think I'm starting to get it a little bit though. But that's really key, is learning your documentation so you know how to find things. Going over, we'd use ChatGPT a few times, and it was okay, but hopefully you saw how it didn't necessarily give us great answers all the time. So hopefully that's just a reminder to you that just because we have AI doesn't mean it's going to do everything for us and it's going to do everything well. So you really need to still learn how to write code, how to be a developer if you're going to use those other tools, because it's going to give you junk sometimes. And you need to be able to know what the junk is and what the junk isn't, or what is junk and what isn't junk. So hopefully that at least gave you some perspective on that, and you're able to see kind of how I used it, and we'll probably use it more in the days to come as well as we work on this project and get it put together. So this is definitely a lot more work than using one of those quick build tools on the internet, but we're also going to do it the right way. We're going to build it out in such a way that it works correctly on all the devices and is not dependent upon some third-party company. So hopefully you're interested in this project and willing to jump in and maybe do something similar at the same time while we're doing it. Feel free to throw in your questions while we're going along. Or your comments or your corrections. If you see I'm doing something stupid, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all next Saturday. We'll jump right into the project pretty quickly and start building it out, start getting things going. So I will see you next Saturday. Have a great day. Thanks everybody for jumping on. Hopefully it gets a little bit more interesting and exciting as we go. This was a little bit of a snoozer, I think, but we'll see. It'll pick up, I hope. Or we'll just have to do other projects that are less time consuming on this setup, one of the two. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great week. See you next Saturday.